You have the books, but no time. You want to grow, but your mind is stuck in traffic. And when it's time to speak, you go blank or play small.
That is not failure. That is mental overload. And Smart Speakers Academy was built to fix that. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, and I help you master 3 allied skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking.
Because confidence is built on competency, and when you read smart, you unlock speed of thoughts to become the smartest person in any room.
Click the link you can see to unlock the smarter version of you. Of course, because when you read smart, you think smart. And when you think smart, you speak like a smart leader. This is your time. Let's build the smarter version of you. This is the Smart World.
This is the Smart World. You are welcome to the Smart Reading Short Break Series, and I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. My job is to help you master confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, and of course, smart speaking. Today, we're having an amazing conversation: the billionaire back door, the extract mentorship from books. How to extract mentorship from books. That's the conversation for the day, and I call it the billionaire back door. Are you ready for the conversation of today? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this live with a professional that should be here, because today I want to show you the hidden mentorship inside books. And the more reason why you shouldn't let a day go by without reading, because like we said in our Inner Circle program, the book readers with a day without reading is a wasted day. Let me know in the comment section, where are you joining in from? I'm excited to have you here today. It is a beautiful Wednesday afternoon from Nigeria, West Africa. It's another Smart Reading Short Break Series, and I'm loving it today. This conversation is going to be amazing, eye-opening, insightful. Now, let me begin with this. Once upon a time, there was a professional who wanted to grow. He has tried everything: seminars, certification after certification, advice from friends. He even took another checkbox. He just kept on doing things, but still no tangible proof of transformation. Why? He was busy, but he was not becoming. He was busy, but he was not becoming. And you know the truth? Becoming a billionaire is not a product of busyness. It's a product of a becoming. Who you become. Who you become. One day, this professional discovered the secret billionaires already know, that books are mentors in disguise. Books are not just pages. Books are not just paper. Books are not just a pastime. Books are people. Write it for me in the comment section. Books are people. Books are people. Books are people. The greatest mind in history, sitting patiently, waiting to transfer decades of mastery into your mind in days, is in a book. And suddenly, when this professional realized this truth, everything shifted. He began to study. He took a better decision. He started speaking with clarity. He started thinking faster than the problems that were chasing him were. His confidence rose. His leadership sharpened. His results multiplied. Guess what? This did not happen because he found a human mentor or he found another new mentor. No. This happened because he unlocked the billionaire back door. The billionaire back door is how you extract mentorship from books. I remember when my mentor, Coach Wendy, said to me, she said, read like your life depends on it, because it is from books that you actually become. He said it's through books that you access speed of thoughts in every area of your life. Through books, through books, through books. The truth is, you may never meet your mentor in person. Some of us may never. Some of us are blessed enough to be sent to mentors that we can have direct access to. Some of us may never get to. Some of us may have role models and people we want to draw from, but we may never meet them. But you can meet their mind in a book. Most of us are Christians, and most of us have met the minds like Daniel. For me, one of the most fascinating minds in the Bible is Daniel. And if there's one Bible character that is a book binger for us at the Smart Speakers Academy, our Inner Circle program, the book bingers book is Daniel. Daniel ruled back to back. He was that billionaire influencer kind of guy. And what did Daniel say? He said, I, Daniel, understood my books. Now, Daniel is a Bible character. But guess what? I have read about him. I have rubbed minds with him in a book. There's something called mentorship extraction. And I'm going to be talking about it. There's something called the psychology of mentorship extraction. And dear busy professional, please come closer. I know that like mentorship is is at the top burner of one of the concerns of every single busy professional. So as much as you are getting mentorship from the places and the angles you're getting it from, it's important and key that you pay attention to one mentorship system that is called the billionaire backdoor. Even the mentor that mentored your mentor is using this backdoor. Yeah. Yes. So don't say, what am I going to read from books again? My mentor is there to teach me. Your mentor's mentor is still being mentored through billionaire backdoor, other mentors, through your books. I can't count how many books my mentor has recommended for us to read. I can't count it. But my mentor is amazingly a blessing and an answer to almost all the questions I can ever have. However, she still sends us back there, to that back door, to go and read. Your brain is wired to learn faster through stories, through insights, and through intellectually dense information. This may be eking something in you, but let me tell you the truth, right? If you are thinking that, oh, reading is not for me, this reading thing, I don't even like reading. Somebody wrote to me recently, she said, I don't like reading. And I said to her, there's a reason you don't. And I can tell you that there's something about your past that traumatized you with reading. Maybe you were shamed for reading too much, or shamed for not reading, or shamed for failing after reading. There are always an experience. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. I mean, we're going to take our time to really unpack some of these childhood experiences that busy professionals have had with reading that is affecting. I'm currently working on that, and I've been on it I've been in the laboratory for this year for quite a while. Don't worry, coming out. But anyway, let's go back. But the truth is that the ideal human brain that was created, I digress, right? Let's go back. Before your brain starts thinking a lot of things right now, leave the thought to me, okay? When I'm done, I'll come out. You'll see me out. But the truth is that the human brain is actually wired to learn faster through stories, to learn faster through insights, to learn faster through intellectually dense information. That's how your mind is wired. Neuroscience has revealed, interestingly, that when you read a book, your brain fires mirror neurons. And you know what mirror neurons do? Mirror neurons are the same neurons that activate when you receive real life coaching. I remember I read the book, Baking It Big by Femi Etedola. My friend read the book as well. When you see us sitting down to unpack this book, okay, let me give you another example. We've recently read a book, my friend and I recently read a book, Tiffany Boba's book, Growth IQ. And for everything we're trying to, of course, the year is coming to an end, and then we're both trying to work on our businesses on both sides and all. And for every time we try to discuss, we go back. So it's as if Tiffany Bova is one coach that we now have just because we have read that book. So the truth is, mirror neurons are being fired into you every time you read a book. And it is the same neurons that are being fired into you when you get real life coaching. What does this mean? This means that your mind does not differentiate between sitting with a mentor and sitting with a mentor's book. No different. Write it down. Write it down. Quote me. To your brain, the mentorship is real. I am. Why not reading? Why? How are you copying? How are you copying? How do you want to make it big if you've not read Making It Big by Safemi Otedola? Like, do you know who Safemi Otedola is? Are you joking? Like my mentor would say. Like, are you joking? How are you doing it? Your brain cannot differentiate between you being in a real life class with Safemi Otedola and reading his book, Making It Big. You know, it was Paul who was telling Timothy, and he said to Timothy, you can have thousands of teachers, but you only have one father. As busy professionals, right? Of course, we cannot have multiple mentors. You can have maybe role models, people you see, you admire, you learn from, but of course, you can have just one mentor. However, the truth is, like Paul told Timothy, you can have thousands of teachers. There are people who can teach you in several areas. And the truth is that it doesn't end with just one. That's why even a real mentor will even give you more books to read. A real mentor will refer you to other books that can also mentor you. Because your brain does not know the meaning, the difference between you sitting with your mentor real time and you sitting with your mentor's book. To your brain, the mentorship that you get from sitting with a book is real. This is why books compress decades into days. That's why somebody will still read John 3:16 and come out and you'll be amazed at what's coming out from John 3:16. Because books train your brain without burning your wallet. Books give you access to people you can't afford to meet. Or even if you can afford to meet them, you may never. Their schedule may not even accommodate you meeting them. They're busy. But you see, insights build trust. So when you read and get insights from them, you begin to trust what they want to tell you. And over time, you begin to accept what they say. Now, this is why reading is not passive. No. Write it down. Reading is neurological mentorship. Put it in the comment section. Reading is neurological mentorship. Books don't just inform. No. They transform. They transmit. And it was the Bible that said, and we all as in a glass, we are beholding. And that's how we are changing. We're becoming from glory to glory. So when you behold from a book, you are actually, books are neurological mentorship. They don't just inform. Information that you get from books is just like the least level of reading. Books transform. Books transmit. From a book, you get mentorship. From that mentorship, you get a new thinking. From that new thinking, you make new decisions. From new decisions, you get new outcomes. You see, that's why the ecosystem of the Smart Speakers Academy is one that you have never seen. Smart reading gives you smart thinking. Smart thinking, the outcome is there. Smart speaking. It is the reason many professionals stay stagnant. This reason now is the reason because you just feel, no, I have one mentor that's mentored me here. So this reading they're talking about, I'm too busy for it. That is why you are stagnant. That's why most professionals are stagnant. They read strategically. They don't read. They read casually. They don't read strategically. They think it's for some set of people. They collect books, but they don't collect the breakthrough. So they go to a shopping mall, they collect 50 books, they pay. But the breakthroughs in these books are when you sit down to read them. Most professionals are just watching the pages of the book. It's nice, put it in my account, I'll pay for it. But there are principles in that book that you need to sit and read. You meet the book or you meet the mentor. Yeah. When you go to a shopping mall and pick up a book, you just met a book. There's a mentor behind that book. You only meet the mentor when you sit down at his feet to read that book. Now, I know somebody's asking me, mentorship from a book. I'm going to be giving you 5-step smart readers mentorship extraction system. 5-step for extracting mentorship smartly. Okay, sorry about that, please. Now, how you can turn every book into a personal mentor. All right. Number one, prepare. So I'm going to give you about 5 P's for this, right? Number one is prep. Choose books that are aligned with your future. Prepare. Choose books that align with your future. Books should match your identity, not your own. What most of us do? What most of us do is that we pick books according to our mood. Stop reading for entertainment. If it's mentorship you're looking for, which I know that's what you're looking for, stop reading for entertainment. Begin to read for elevation. Elevation, not entertainment. What's entertainment? You need to ask yourself, what future am I building? Now, when you've asked yourself what future you want to build, ask yourself this next question. Who has already built that future? Because guess what? That person's book is your mentorship portal. Just go there and collect the shortcuts now. That's why books are billionaires and back doors. You know, just the way a billionaire builds a house and his back door is there. His books. Books, that's what books are. They're their back doors. They're their back doors. And I saw a book. Imagine reading a book like Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. Yes, Phil Knight is the founder of Nike shoes. Phil Knight. Yes. So imagine reading a book, Shoe Dog by him. Do you know what you just did? You just passed through his billionaire back door. Busy professionals. We're missing a lot. If you're not reading, you're missing a lot. Books should change your identity. Read books for elevation, not for entertainment. They are your mentorship portal. So as 2026 is coming, any book you want to pick, ask yourself these 2 questions. What future am I building in 2026? Number 2, who has built it to? Who has built it to go and carry their books? Carry their books and sit with them and read them. Number 2, probe. So number 1, the 5-step system for reading books like Billionaire Backdoor is number 1, prep. Number 2, probe. When you pick up a book, ask mentor level questions while you're reading. Imagine that you get an opportunity to meet Adeko Dangote for 2 minutes. What kind of question will you ask him? Now you're thinking. Every time you pick up a book, ask yourself that maybe I'm just meeting Safemi Adedola this time on this team. What questions will I ask you? You're a busy professional. Never read a book like a student. Read like a mentee. Write it down. Never read a book like a student. Read like a mentee. Read like a mentee. Ask these questions. Probe. When you read a book, probe. Don't read as if you want to make it in exams. That's why I said, they did us a disservice growing up in school. They just taught us that we should read to pass exams. No, we are reading for life. Now that you're a busy professional, that's why I say there's a how to read now. It's called smart reading. We created it for you at the Smart Speakers Academy. We know what we're saying. You don't read like that. You probe. You read like a mentee. You're not a student. Ask questions. What would this author advise me around this my situation now? Let's say your child is going through puberty. And you say, okay, who is Africa's #1 parent coach? You say, okay, Coach Wendy Ologe. You say, okay, she's written a book on poverty, walking your child through poverty. You get the book. When you get the book, you sit and you ask yourself, if I am to meet Coach Wendy Ologe for 2 minutes, what advice would she give me concerning this my 13-year-old that poverty is shaking her body? That way, you are picking the juice inside the book. Number 2, ask yourself this question. What mistake did they repeat that I can avoid immediately? Do you know That in Femi Otedola's book, Making It Big, he talked about how lack of mentorship, lack of being aligned under a system of mentorship, a system that is a system, how the lack of it made part of the reason why his first company failed. Do you see how you probe through a book? So when I read to that part where that company fell, I started asking myself, what happened? What was missing? What was missing? What was missing? And he said, okay, this company was not built structurally. There was no system laid out to say, okay, staffing, structure. There was no carefully laid out structure. There's no way to differentiate between, to set up a system of firm and friendliness between boss and employee, between employer and employee. Part of the reasons. So, I mean, when I'm reading that kind of book, I'm already picking out my own lessons. I'm probing. I'm reading books. I'm considering it as a billionaire backdoor. Number 3, probe. Another probing you should do is ask yourself, what shortcuts took them years to find? What shortcuts took them years to find? Is one question that you need to ask yourself. What question took them years to find? So because you need to answer this question, what is this shortcut that they found out years later that can actually help you? So when you identify the shortcut that took them years to find, you're really like a billionaire. It's a billionaire shortcut kind of thing. Is that a question you should ask yourself? So when you are reading a book like a billionaire, number 1 is prep. Number 2, probe. All right, so probe. When you begin to ask yourself these kind of questions, you see that these questions can activate what we call the mentorship mode in your brain. There's something called the mentorship mode in your brain. And that's how to activate it. Number 3. So the first is prep. The second is probe. Number 3, pull. It's time to now begin to extract high-value insights from that book. Don't underline everything. Extract 3 to 5 mentor messages that could change your life today. A billionaire doesn't look for information. A billionaire looks for advantage, especially when you're coming to the back door. You're not looking for information. The man doesn't have the time. He doesn't have the time. Like I said from the beginning, when you pick a successful man's book, take it as if you just met Aliko Dangote. You've just met Follow Shalakija. They just have 2 minutes to talk with you. You don't want to ask them for information, do you? What you're looking for is an advantage. What can she tell you in the next 1-2 minutes? Boom, that can change your business and your life, and you move. They don't have all the time. That's how to read their book as well. A billionaire doesn't look for information. A billionaire looks for advantage. Number 4, practice. Sorry about that. Number 4, practice. Are we getting some value here? Put in the comment section for me. Yes, coach, I hear you. Number 4, practice. Listen, if you read and you do not practice, I've done a whole lot of videos on this conversation. I don't want to continue on it, right? But we're not saying enough. If you read and you do not practice, information cannot become transformation. That's a given. If you read and you do not practice, information cannot become transformation. So practice. Apply one insight immediately. Just imagine that you met Femi Otedola. He cannot tell you do this and you argue. You're moving now. Like we say it, we fly by instructions. According to my mentor, Coach Wendy Ologe, we fly by instructions. So when you pick a book, the same way, fly. Fly with insight to get there. One insight applied is worth more than 100 insights unlearned. Learning is not the new advantage. Hey. Learning. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, busy professional. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry to bust your bubbles. Learning is not the new advantage. No. Application is. The new advantage today is application, not learning. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry to burst your bubbles. Number 5, process. Process. Turn insight into identity. Turn insight into identity. Take the lesson, integrate it into your thinking, into your speech, into your habits, into your decisions. Repeat it, revisit it, refine it, keep chewing it. Just like the words of a mentor. Soon that mentor's mind will become part of yours. You start thinking like the mentor. Oh, I have a friend that most times when I want to look out for maybe some things I want to build or I reach out to her. And recently, yesterday I told her, I wrote to her, I said, you are now sounding like this mentor. And she smiled and she said, oh really? I said yes, but I could relate. She has really sat down under this mentor. She has read books by her. That's the beauty of reading. Over time, you begin to sound like that. I know how many people have told me countlessly, oh, you sound like your mentor. It's not something that I sit down to want to learn or try to sound like. No. But I get it. There's no book she will bring I will not read. Like, how? How? When you read deeply, the mentor lives in your decisions. I need you to write this down. When you read deeply, when you read applying these 5 P's of extracting from a book like a billionaire, when you read that way, your mentor begins to live in your decisions. You take decisions and it will look like it's your mentor's decision that you took. You will write like your mentor. You talk like a mentor because something has happened. Let's look at the billionaires pattern. Why billionaires read differently. I want to break this myth. Billionaires do not read because they love books. Billionaires read because they love leverage. Write it down. Knowledge is leverage, you know, right? It's the real leverage. The real leverage is knowledge. Because what you know, you can just pass. Because you know it. Here's that man diligent, right? You stand before kings. Aha. But the truth is, billionaires don't read because they love it. It's not necessary. And of course, they don't read because they have the time. Oh no. The reason they read is because of leverage. They read to reduce mistakes. That's number 1, leverage. Why do you want to make a mistake that is absolutely avoidable? Like why? Number 2, billionaires read to increase clarity. You see this clarity? I'm seeking clarity. It's not a one-off thing. We keep seeking this clarity. We say present continuous tense. Number 3, billionaires read to shorten learning curves. That's why they're reading. So that they can shorten their journey. They can shorten their learning curve. Number 4, billionaires read to compress mastery. So that they, there's this mastery they carry, they exude. I'm showing you why billionaires read. I'm breaking a myth that it's not because they love books. No, it's because of leverage. Because of leverage. Look at the leverage of not making mistakes and mistakes that can be avoidable. Look at the leverage of gaining clarity. Look at the leverage of shortening learning curves. Look at the leverage of compressing mastery. And then the leverage of expanding opportunity. So when you hear people like Warren Buffett will say, I spend 80% of my day reading, it is leverage. It's leverage because that is how he makes the best of financial decisions there are. Leverage. When you hear Elon Musk say, I literally taught myself rocket science from books, it's not because he loved those books, it's because that's giving him leverage. Can't you see? Oprah Winfrey says, I built my entire empire from insights gathered across thousands of pages. She knows what she's talking about. These people are not reading for the love of books. They're not reading for fun. They are reading for future advantage. That is why a day without reading is a wasted day. Like, can you see why I keep saying this? Book bingers get it. Okay, book binger, put in the comment section. Yes, they get it. They get it. They're not reading for fun. They are reading for future advantage. Mentorship is expensive. But you know what? Ignorance is worse. Ignorance is worse. Books are mentorship. Good for you, easy. So don't say because I'm mentored by this person, I don't need to read. That's the more reason you should read more. Because your mentor, if your mentor is a mentor with results, you will know that your mentor had, is, and will forever be mentored by the mentors that mentor the mentors that mentor her or him. If you get what I mean. See, in every book, there are about 4 layers of mentorship. And I'll quickly run over it before we get to the end of today. Today is packed, right? Because I really wanted to bring out books and show you that they're the real billionaire book. The real one. So if becoming a billionaire or expanding your financial plan for 2026 is a goal for you, then hey, let's talk. Let's talk books. That's a real shortcut. That's a real back door. Let's continue. The 4 layers of mentorship that every book carries. There are about 4 layers of mentorship that every book carries. Number 1, the story layer. Emotional mentorship. This is where you learn perspective. And do you know that perspective is one of the greatest gifts on earth? They make you see through their struggles. Mentors make you see through their struggles, through their sacrifices, through their mistakes. I remember reading my mentor's book. The book I'm reading this week, interestingly, is Raising the Social Genius by my mentor, Kotwendia Logie. And in that book, she said, I was a child that was raised by a mother who did not have a social life because she lost her own mother at a very tender age. And this messed up with her sense of social life. And she said, this almost affected my social life. And today, I'm conscious about building social circles. Because guess what? Belonging is superior to becoming. That's another conversation for another day. That book is deep. That book is not even for your children. It's for you first. You professional, I read it. Raising the Social Genius by Coach when you're looking. We can have a whole. That's when I got to this part. What I wrote from this book, you'll be amazed at what I got from this book. But you know, that's the first layer of mentorship that you get from a billionaire's book or from a good book, right? The story layer, emotional mentorship, you get it from their struggles, from their sacrifices, from their mistakes, from their stories. Number 2, the strategy layer, practical mentorship. This is where you now begin to learn steps. Okay, let me go back to my mentor story. So after saying this, she now says, what are the steps that I have taken? She says, I'm now conscious about picking my friends. So one of the steps I took is that my friends and I sat down and they said our children will go to the same school. All our kids will do this together. So that as much as we cannot necessarily pick friends for them, we are trying to create a soil from where the seed of the kind of friends they can make. She said we put them through the same mentorship system. So they meet each other. Proximity, familiarity, friendship is formed. Because she said, I discovered that in today's world, where certificates cannot carry you to, collaboration, friendship, connection can take you there. There's now a lot more important things and qualifications that we need in today's world beyond certificates. Strategy. It's one thing you learn from a book. You begin to learn where they learned. You begin to see the how behind their success. When I see a great man, the first thing I look for is your book. Because even if I go to ask you questions, you can't really give me all the answers. You don't have the time. And even if you give me 10 hours, you can't give me your whole story in 10 hours, which you beautiful have to give me. However, in your book, I can get the how behind your success. Number 3, the third layer behind every book, that is a layer of mentorship, is the system layer. Structural mentorship. This is where you begin to learn frameworks. Begin to learn it. Take, for instance, there was a framework my mentor gave, and she said one of the framework for raising a social genius is gratitude. She said one of the frameworks for raising a social genius is gratitude journaling. But the child can actually write 3 things they are grateful for. One of the frameworks is helping a child build empathy, helping a child build giving in a relationship, even more than taking, giving value within a space, volunteering, service. These are frameworks for actually raising a social change. Now, these are systems that are now layered in the book. So in the book, you see the repeatable patterns behind their excellence. Number 4, you begin to see the standard layer, identity mentorship. This is where you now learn their mindsets. So in that book, I now saw my mentor's mindset that, hey, belonging is greater than becoming. This conversation is a whole this belonging is greater than becoming. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. But on our journey towards professionals, you know that most times we forget. And we just say, I want to become. It's about who I'm becoming. It's about who I'm. Today's word. Belonging is greater than becoming. You can become. If you don't belong to some places, nobody will know you. You know, like they say it. No island. You don't have to be an island. Imagine that there was no Jonathan in David's life. Is he becoming that will make him the king? Let's leave it. I digress. Let's move. But I was able to get that identity from her. And in fact, in my journal, I just quickly made my own framework of how I'm going to create it. I'm already on that path, but I saw different things that can now rebuild into that system. Now, when you abstract all of these 4 layers from a book, you don't just read that book anymore. You inherit the mentor. Hey, you inherit the mentor. You inherit. See, if you see a billionaire that has been successful, your job is not to read their book. Let me tell you a secret. Your job is to inherit them. Woo! Thank you so much for joining this live stream. Before I leave you, I want to give you these 4 things to do. Number 1, pick one book you own, or buy one if you don't own any. Number 2, open to any chapter in that book. As you open it, number 3, just pick one mentor insight. From this is I've taught you now, find one thing and pick. And finally, number 4, before today ends, apply it. Apply it. Apply it. After applying it, sit down. Ask yourself, how would my life change in 2026 if I did this thing I just did now 52 times in 2026 and every other year of my life? Reflect. When you're done with this reflection, you realize that is exactly what the book Pinterest system gives you. 52 mentors, 52 insights, 52 upgrades, one unstoppable professional. That's what you become. Proverbs 24 verse 6 says, by wise guidance you wage war, and in abundance of counselors there's victory. So when you read books, you begin to multiply your counselors. You are no longer fighting with one mind. No, you are fighting with many. Do you know that neuroscientists have found that reading activates your simulation network? How do I mean? Your mind begins to rehearse your mentor's actions as if they are performed. That's what reading does to you. Hey, see, books don't just teach you, they train you, they retrain you. They retrain you. Books are the only mentorship program that never stops. Every other mentorship program can stop. It can stop or it can sleep. Because your mentor can go to bed. But you see, your books are there, they never sleep. You don't need more time. You need more thinking. Like I said, think. A mentor may say no, but you see, a book will always say yes. So don't just finish books. Let books finish the old you. The right book makes you 10 times wiser in just 10 hours. Success leaves clues. Books collect these clues and pack them for you. The truth is that your next breakthrough is just a book away. It's in someone's chapter. It's in someone's chapter. So I want to say to you right now, books are not just words, they are windows. They are weapons. They are wisdom warehouses. Don't let them go. Every time you read, you borrow brilliance. Every insight you get is an inheritance. Every chapter is a shortcut. Stop reading casually. Busy professionals. Don't say you are too busy. Start reading strategically. Start reading like someone who wants to change their financial, mental, and leadership destiny. Because you know what? The mentorship you cannot afford is waiting for you on your shelf. Can you afford to give it the time? No, we're not reading to finish books. We are reading to finish who we used to be. 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 And if you're wondering how you can start your reading journey, start from the Book Bingers book. The information is on the screen. Jump into the Book Bingers books today. Join the first and the best community in the world where busy professionals like you read a book a week or year round. I am committed to seeing a new generation of busy professionals who are committed to building the most important skill in today's world, confident smartness, through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. It is my dream, it is my vision to see you become that person. And I know that it's your desire. My job is to help you see that it's possible. Join the Book Bingers book today. It's been amazing having you all here today, and I will see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. West African time again. Share this out with someone that should be here. Don't miss it. Don't miss it tomorrow. If you know that professional who's struggling with reading, then go ahead. Share this out with them. Let them sit with this conversation, and I'm sure that it will be a blessing to them. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will definitely see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is the Smart World.
You have the books, but no time. You want to grow, but your mind is stuck in traffic. And when it's time to speak, you go blank or play small.
That is not failure. That is mental overload. And Smart Speakers Academy was built to fix that. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, and I help you master 3 allied skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking.
Because confidence is built on competency. And when you read smart, you unlock speed of thoughts to become the smartest person in any room.
Click the link you can see to unlock the smarter version of you. Of course, because when you read smart, you think smart. And when you think smart, you speak like a smart leader. This is your time. Let's build the smarter version of you. This is the Smart World.